Hi everyone, this is part 3 of MainStack. In this video, we'll discuss about Node.js and Express.js. In the last video, we have discussed about what is MongoDB, how to create the database on cloud, and how to communicate with MongoDB database through client application that is Compass. So first of all, many people will confuse that what is Node.js and Express.js. Don't confuse actually. Node.js is an open source cross-platform runtime environment for developing server-side and networking based applications. See, actually, runtime environment means what? Actually, I can simply tell. If you want to work with Java, you have to install two softwares. Generally, Java developers, what they will do, they'll install what? JDK. JDK is nothing but Java Development Toolkit. Means development, it consists of some libraries plus runtime environment is available. Is it clear? Similarly, coming to Node.js is a runtime environment. Plus, it provides some JavaScript libraries. It provides some libraries, and these libraries will give support to Express.js and Angular. Means without Node, you cannot run Angular. You cannot develop Angular application. You cannot develop Express.js. You cannot run the application also. Okay, na? So Express.js, what is the purpose of Express.js? Express.js is a framework which is used to create APIs. Angular is a framework which is used to develop single page application. And Node.js will provide services to both Express.js as well as what? Angular. You understood? It will provide some set of libraries, some predefined modules. And if you want to use that particular modules in your particular application, you have to install Node.js. Without the installation of Node.js, you cannot work with Angular and Express.js. Is it clear? And NPM is also very important. What is NPM means? It is the largest library, Node Package Manager. Hardly it consists of more than 86,000 Node modules are available in NPM. Generally in .NET we have NuGet Package Manager. In Python we have something like pip will be there. Similarly in Node you have NPM is there. It is the largest library. If you want to download any softwares like Angular or TypeScript or any other third-party modules or anything, you have to download from NPM, Node Package Manager. And this NPM will automatically available when we install Node.js. Okay, Node.js is a runtime environment. Plus, it will provide some development tools. It will give support to develop the application in Angular and Express.js, and it is responsible to run the application also. Are you following? So now today, let us see. In the last video, I showed you how to create MongoDB, but now in this video, I will explain you how to create a small application, how to create a small Express server. Did you understood? So don't confuse. Express.js is a framework which is used to create the APIs, mostly Java. Similarly, now Express.js we are creating the APIs. These APIs will communicate with what? Database. Definitely, if you want to communicate with the database, you have to write some server-side program. If you want to check whether your Node.js version, you can see node space hyphen hyphen version and npm version also you can check npm space hyphen hyphen version. You can see that both the softwares are available. Just I already told in the first video how to install Node.js. Okay. Now, let us see. I'll try to go to F drive and there I'll try to create one folder, I think. Already have one folder with name Satya. I'll create a new folder, something like mean demo. In F drives within Satya folder, I create one folder with name mean demo. Now I'll try to change the drive. F drive, change the directory. CD space Satya, CD space mean demo. Here I'll try to use something like this npm init. Okay. This npm init means all in order to create the Express.js setup, all the Node.js, all the required dependencies will be installed. So it is mandatory to check. Here you can see the package name, version name, description. Just press the down arrow, you can see all the stuff here you can check. So here when you install this init, this one, here you can see automatically all the dependencies that are required for your particular application will be available. And one more file is generated with name packages.json. Just go and check in your folder. Go and check in your folder. Satya mean demo, one file is generated. Packages.json, it is a configuration file where all the dependencies are registered in this particular file. If you want to develop any application either in Express.js or in Angular, you have one editor, that is Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is an editor given by Microsoft. Okay, it is a editor which is used to develop the programs. If you want to write any front-end application either by using Angular or develop any back-end application by using Express.js, Visual Studio Code is required. So here you can see, I'll just open a recent project. Otherwise, I can file open, I can open the new project also. Here you can see. There you can see mean demo is there. There you can see one file is generated with name package.json file. If you observe clearly, you can see the project name, version number, description, the single page index.js file, scripts, all these files that are available in this particular file, packages.json file. Now let us see, first of all, we need to install Express.js. See, our database is ready. Now we are concentrating on Express.js. First, you need to install Express.js. So go to your command prompt. There you can type npm install. There you can type Express. They are installing the Express.js. Express.js is a framework which is used to communicate with MongoDB database. It will take some time to install Express.js. Okay. And then, yeah, successfully it was installed. And then you can, we are down installing from npm actually. Once the Express.js project is created and all the modules, see here, whatever the dependencies that you're installing in your particular project, all the dependencies will be available in package.json file. Package.json file is very, very important, like web.xml file in your Java. Here you have package.json file. Later, when you deploy this particular application onto the production server, that server also will scan all the dependencies from package.json file. This is a configuration file. Just configuration file is used to give some information to the server so that it will do its own responsibilities. Now here you can see the version of Express.js, and then here you can see the modules dependencies that are belongs to that particular Express.js libraries are available in this node modules. Is it clear, everyone? Those all downloaded from npm. And then again I will try to install the body parser. npm I body -parser. So what is this parser? Parser means just converting. Once when we get the data from the database, in which format you want to transfer the data, whether in the JSON format or in any XML format, then in order to parsing the data, we'll use this body parser. Mostly we'll parse the data in the form of JSON only. Next main important is CORS, very, very important, CORS, cross origin resource sharing. Generally, if you want to share the resource means data. In this point of view, resource means API. So we are creating one API by using Express.js, and you have to, the front-end application is Angular. Your Angular application wants to consume the API that is available by created in Express.js. So both are available in two separate networks. If your API is available in one network and your Angular is available in another network, so you have your API must give permission to consume this particular, give permission to the Angular application. 99% the main error will come in full stack or mean stack is, for example, you are a Java developer, you are creating one API in Java. Now this API will be consumed by front-end application is Angular. Now your API will stop giving accessibility to the Angular application. So definitely this CORS error is mandatory, whether you're a Java developer or .NET developer or Python developer or mean stack developer. You have to give permission for your API. For that, you need to write some code. We'll see that one later. But here first you have to install the CORS. Very, very important question interview. What is CORS? You have to tell cross origin resource sharing. Resource sharing, you are giving permission, your resource, sharing to how you have Google Drive. If you have any document in Google Drive, nobody can see that one until you give the permission. Under your API, you are giving permission to the Angular application. In future, if your Angular application want to access this particular what? API, for that you have to write some point. So here I will try to install Mongoose. Two more points are there. One is Mongoose, other one is MongoDB. Both are nothing but use it to communicate with what? Databases. If you want to communicate with the database, one tool is required, that is Mongoose or MongoDB, but still I am using Mongoose in our project. Follow the order. The time of installation, if you follow the order, you will feel comfortable. Are you following? See the order. First I installed Express.js, then body parser, then cors, then Mongoose. Then here you can see. Here, whatever I installed, you can see all the dependencies. Angular supports, here it supports auto configuration. That is the concept that is available in the latest frameworks like Spring Boot or .NET Core. Auto configuration means you no need to write any configuration code to register the dependencies within your particular configuration file. Here, just when you install the software, automatically the software related configurations are available in this package.json file. Here, see, I installed Mongoose, Express, cors, body parser. Once when I installed, all these dependencies are registered in package.json file. So tomorrow, in future, when you deploy the application production server or any other server, that server also can understand these dependencies. That is very, very powerful point. Dependencies are registered. Are you following? So until now, I installed all the dependencies required for my creating the API. As I already told you in the introduction class, Express.js is a framework which is used to create the APIs. So if you want to create an API, if you want to run the API, one server is required. Is it clear? Server is mandatory because Express.js is a framework to create the API, and in order to run this API, one server is required. So I will try to create one server here. Is it clear? I'll try to create one server. So within the within the mean demo, that is my project name actually. There I'll try to create one folder with name server file with name server.js file. Here I need to server means we need to start the server. Now I'm writing some Express.js code. In Express.js, what will happen means we have to use, generally in other languages we'll try to write something like import or include or using. Here we will use require. It is telling that in order to start the server, we are importing that Express related modules here by using require of Express. And here I am trying to write, I am creating an object for my Express. Second line, line number 1, importing the namespace. Line number 2, creating the instance for Express so that we got the permission to access start the server. Now here I'll set the port number, const port is equal to 3000. And here I'll try to, my port number is listening. Is it clear? Here I'll try to app.listen of port comma. Here I'll try to give some lambda expression. There I'll try to print one statement. I want to check whether my server is started or not. Console.log is used to print the message. Here you can use either back tactics. Is it clear? There you can write server listening. See what I'm doing. Did you understood? Just I'm creating a simple Express.js program to start the server, checking whether the server is running or not. So here first step number 1, I imported the Express file because already what is the file I installed, I importing that one, and then I'm creating an instance for that Express, and I register the port number, and I'm checking whether it is working or not. So go to your command prompt and just you can type node space server.js. I'm directly executing that file server. Yes, server listening on 3000 port number. So my app is running successfully. Is it clear? This is common step for any Express.js program. These 5 lines of code is fixed for any Express.js program. See now one more question. I told until see first we created MongoDB. Now I am creating some Express.js starting the server. But when the request is coming from the browser, how my Express.js is responding? Generally browser to server communication is there by using Y to communicate to perform some operations like get to, put to, post, delete. Some 4 operations you can perform. Now there is one ready-made methods that are available in the Express. See here, line number 2, app is nothing but object name. Ready-made methods are available. We are using that method. So you can call that methods by using object name. App.getOff. there, that method will accept two inputs, request as well as response. So if the browser will send the request, then this get method will take the request and it will print one message, hello, I am from server testing the mean demo app. Okay, na? And that response is again sent back to the console window. After doing any modification, and here you can see something like Control C, and again you can see node server.js. Again you can run from server testing mean demo. Means now my Express is not communicating with the database actually. Just I'm creating one API. I am accessing that API through browser. I hope you understood. On browser and I enter the URL. Once when I enter the URL, request will go to the server. In the server, you have one API will be there. That API, here you can open that this get method will be invoked. Same like this get method will take the request. Request is URL and that the result res.send. The send method is used to send the result to the browser. Very simple. Callback functions. Take the request, send back the response. Or if application, I think you understood. See, generally, if you do any modifications in the API, every time in the command prompt, you have to run the server file, server.js file, node server.js file, you have to run every time. For every modification, you have to again manually run that particular command. So that is not the good thing. There is one concept called watch and observe mechanism will be there. Auto compilation, how you have in Angular. Whenever you do any modification in here in API, then automatically that modifications will affect instead of again every time recompiling or redebugging. For that you have to install nodemon. So just very simple command, npm I nodemon -- save. Did you understood? So what is the meaning here? Save dev means this modifications will work only when the application is in development server. Once when the application is moving from dev server to production server. Generally in companies, what will happen? Moving the application from one place to another place. Development server is different. Testing QA server is different. Pre-production server will be there. Production server will be there. Your application at the time of development, your application will stay in development server. Once when the application is moving to testing server, test engineer will try to test that application. Okay, na? And then production server, their deployment phase, that one, final stage. Is it clear? So here you see, once when I install the nodemon, it will also install as a dependencies within your packages.json file. And here you can check all this stuff. At the time of development of the applications, some dependencies will work only at the development server. And once when the application is moving to production server, these dependencies are not available here. Nodemon will be not fit for production server. The other dependencies like body parser, CORS, Express.js, all will be available. I hope you understood. To tell you how to run that nodemon command. Here you can see nodemon space server.js. Then auto compilation will be done. If you do any modification in your change the message, see, I will try to change the message in my server.js file. Hello, I am Kannababu. Is it clear? And they're testing. Hello, I am Kannababu. Test this application. Here you see automatically the modifications are changing. Server listening. Is it clear? If you want to test in your browser also, you can check that one. I hope you understood. Yes or no? For more videos, try to subscribe. Don't try to forget to subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.